Hello, everybody. If you are watching this, it is currently the 12th on a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. I'm going to be having a sleepover later on today, so who knows what's going to happen. Today, we are talking about the ghost of a grave robber roams the shores of Great Salt Lake. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy name. Um, so we're back on this website. It's actually really good and has a lot of good stuff and really okay stuff that I can definitely promise. So also I'm using a different pair of headphones. I don't know how it works necessarily, but I think it'll work for now. So here we go. Into the video. It was hard enough to be a pioneer settler in the Salt Lake Valley in the late 18,000s. Imagine burying a family member only to find that a grave robber had dug him up and stolen his clothing. The grave robber, who was convicted of this crime, was sentenced to live on an island in the Great Salt Lake. What happened next is a mystery. Early Mormon settlers in oh my god, right? The Salt Lake Cemetery's gravedigger, Jean Baptist, dug many graves and witnessed many funerals in the late 18,000s. On January 17th, 1862, a young man named Moroni Clausen was killed in a standoff with law enforcement. None of his family or friends stepped forward to claim the body. Henry Health, a Salt Lake City police officer, pictured below, paid Mr. Clausen's burial with his own money. So this is a guy. He looks kind of cool, I guess. Beard. A week later, family stepped forward to claim the body, and it was exhumed to be moved to the family cemetery. They were shocked to find that the body was naked. The burial clothing had been stolen. Officer Heath investigated the grave robbery, starting with Jean Baptist's home. There he found burial clothing of more than 300 people, including children. Jean Baptist was arrested, and word quickly came out of his crimes. The family members of the deceased were understandably furious. Grave robbing was not a capital offense, though lynch mobs threatened in the jail in which he was held. Inside the jail, the inmates were also horrified and angry. It was quickly evident that the prisoner would not be safe inside the jail. Yeah, no frickin' way. It was decided that Jean Baptist must carry out the rest of his life as an exile on Antelope Island, and he was moved under cover of darkness. He was moved to Fremont Island a few days later because it was determined that Baptist could potentially wade to shore due to the low levels of the Great Salt Lake. True, man. It's being very laggy. Oh wait, is that it? Ooh. Oh, okay. 2 weeks later, after he was exiled on Fremont Island, cattle ranchers arrived at the island to check their herd. They found a heifer had killed and that a small wooden house on the island had been torn apart, possibly to build a raft. Jean Baptist was nowhere to be found. Soon, people began to report sightings of a man wandering the shoreline of the Great Salt Lake. Many believe that Baptist drowned during his escape attempt. Some still believe that the ghost of the grave robber, John Baptist, it's Jean, haunts the shoreline, and some claimed to see him on nights when the moon is full, wandering around as if looking for redemption. Nice. The victim of the beast gravestone mystery in Utah still baffles people today. Yeah. Victim of the beast 666. We actually talked about the 666 road, which is where she was probably dead. There. See, this is her grave. Lily E. Gray, June 6, 1881, November 14th, 1958. Victim of the beast 666. So we actually did read that one already. The 10 weirdest and strangest things that have ever happened in Utah. We're only gonna read one, maybe two. I don't know. I just don't want a very long video. So, all right, number 1. Remember that time that the city of Virgin made a law that every resident must have a gun and ammunition? The city ordinance was passed in 2000, but Mark Shuttleff, the attorney general at the time, called the town mayor and reminded him that only the Utah state legislature legislator can make rules regarding gun control. The town of Laverkin once demanded that every citizen who supported the United Nations come forward publicly. The ordinance passed stated that Laverkin is a United Nations free zone. Attorney General Mark Shuttleworth met with the city leaders soon thereafter and changed the ordinance so it didn't interfere with the freedom of speech rights in any residents. 3. In 1982, Salt Lake City's State Street was turned into a river. When the city creek flooded, the river came rushing into downtown Salt Lake City. To manage the water, State Street was sandbagged and turned into a temporary river. Oh no! That's why it's called Skull Valley, in March 1968, 6,000 sheep died mysteriously in Skull Valley. Yeah, I think it's La Chupacabra. It's Chupacabra, man. It's Chupacabra. The U.S. Army conducted open-air tests of the nerve agent VX just days before. For years, the Army denied that its tests had anything to do with the deaths of the sheep, though investigative reports concluded otherwise. Okay, guys, this is number 5, and we're going to stop here for the day. All right. 2 men from Borough were charged with practicing medicine without a license after drilling a hole in a woman's head in January 2000. Whoa! Sheesh! Hell, man! The men were accompanied by producers of a television show, 20 through 20, who were doing research for a story about telephonation. The practice involves drilling 1 or more holes in a person's head in order to increase blood flow and supposedly decrease symptoms of depression. Whoa! So that was 5 things that are weird that have ever happened in Utah, plus the story about a guy that was a grave robber. He shouldn't have been a grave robber. The ghost. But yeah, guys. So if you like the video, sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.